Welcome to Change Your Story, the podcast that helps women build a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life from the inside out.
I'm your host and transformation coach, Hannah Dawson. I'm a personal trainer, nutrition educator, and mindset mentor, and I am here to help you feel strong, confident, and free in your body, not by starving, shrinking, or punishing yourself, but by training with a purpose, eating with a purpose, and having faith through the process so you can change the way you see yourself forever. Inside this podcast, we break free from diet culture, perfectionism, and all the stories that have held you back. We rewrite the new ones rooted in truth, strength, and self-love. You will hear real talk, faith-fueled encouragement, proven fitness and nutrition strategies, and the mindset tools you need to stay consistent, stay focused, and believe in yourself again. If you are ready to stop starting over, build a life you love, and finally change your story, you are in the right place. Let's build a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life. Let's rewrite your story. What is up, my girlies? Welcome back to the Change Your Story podcast. Welcome back to the self-love series. I am so excited to be recording this. This is just like the heartbeat of, I think, my calling, my mission is to be able to help you see things differently, to help you build such an amazing relationship with yourself and really help you shift your perspective on who you are and really get you to tap into what it is that you want. And so last week, we really talked about the first step to self-love is self-relationship. And in order to have self-relationship, we have to have self-awareness. And we went over, what happens when life squeezes you, what comes out. When life puts pressure on you, what comes out. And so I hope you did your homework. If you are brand new to this podcast and this is the first episode, go and listen to that first episode. I want to say too, I'm so excited that you are here, that I get your ears and your heart and your mind today. I know you are just going to love this podcast. And my hope is to help you build such an amazing relationship with yourself. And so today we are really talking about something that is really going to truly transform you when you understand it. And it's this idea of tapping in instead of tapping out. And so this is about what you do in the exact moment that discomfort shows up. When life squeezes you, right? When things are going good, it's easy to stay disciplined. It's easy to do the things you want to do. It's easy to dream. It's easy to do those things when life is going good, right? Or what we call good or what we think good is. But it's what happens when those challenges come, those trials come, when life starts throwing curveballs at us. It's rarely ever throwing it at us as it is trying to teach us what's inside of us, right? If we let it. Remember I said, I don't know if I said it in a podcast now. Yeah, I did. I said it on social media too, is that the goal is just the bait, right? We have these goals in life. It's just the bait. It's the bait to get us to pursue something that's uncomfortable, because when we're uncomfortable and we learn to push through that, that's when what's inside of us can come out of us, right? Pressure makes diamonds. And so if there's no pressure, there's no diamonds. And so life puts pressure on you to pull that diamond out of you if you choose to let it. But we're going to talk about today why maybe we feel like we're stuck, or we can't seem to. We know we're created for more. We know we want to feel amazing. We want to feel confident. We want to love who we are. We know somewhere deep down inside there's this longing, this aching, this calling. But today we're going to talk about why that is so faint and why it's so painful, right? This is about what we do in that exact moment when discomfort shows up for us, because it's in that moment that moment is where self-trust is either built or broken. Here's something that I want to say, and it's so powerful, but yet seems obvious but powerful. Is here's the thing: you're not going to start getting the answers unless you start asking the questions. And the real questions, the real ones, the ones that make you uncomfortable. Here's the thing: what do you do when discomfort shows up? We have to get so honest with ourselves. Not when you're motivated, not when your things are going well for you, not when everything is working out, but when you feel exposed, when you feel rejected, when you feel out of control, when you feel not good enough. And that can come up into so many different areas of your life. What about when you feel overwhelmed? When the scale doesn't move? When your jeans feel tighter? When money feels tight and you start thinking there's not enough? When comparison creeps in? When you start losing weight and then you sabotage it? This is what I found to be true. It's rarely about the body. It's rarely about money or the circumstances, but it's about what it activates inside of you. It's about what it activates inside of you. Are you with me? Do you tap in or do you tap out? Here's the thing, most women, and I hear this often, and you might say this too, is like, I don't have the motivation, I don't have the discipline, that person's more disciplined, that person's more motivated than me, I can't find it. I'm going to tell you something right now, you're very motivated and you're very disciplined. Just look at your daily habits, right? Look at the things you do daily. That is motivation, that is discipline. It just might not be directed in the direction that you want to go, right? You don't lack motivation. Here's the real issue. It's avoidance. Why you can't get to the things that you want or do the things that you want. It's not lack of something. It's that you are avoiding something. You haven't been taught how to stay with yourself. You haven't been taught how to build a relationship with yourself. So when something feels uncomfortable inside, you escape it. You're like, peace, I'm tapping out. And this isn't because you're weak. This isn't because something is wrong with you. It's because it just feels unsafe. A part of you doesn't feel safe going to those emotions, or it's not so much the emotion, but it's what it's going to bring up. It's the questions that it's going to make us start asking about our lives and the decisions we have been making. But it's only when we start asking those questions and start confronting them that real transformation can happen. So let's look at what tapping out looks like. What does that look like? Tapping out can look like this. And I mean, it can be in multiple forms, but these are the ones that I've kind of wrote down. Numbing, right? A lot of us tap out by numbing. This is the part of us that goes to food, goes to wine, goes to scrolling on social media, overworking, just staying productive, staying busyness. Busyness is the second one. Just staying busy so you don't have to feel. This is, we can use busyness in so many excuses. We use it to avoid ourselves. So that's the biggest reason. To avoid the thoughts in our head, to avoid the quietness, the stillness, what it brings up. To avoid taking care of our bodies, taking care of ourselves. So we stay busy on other people, busy focusing on other things. This can be negative too. Busy tearing other people down, busy gossiping, busy comparing, busy focusing on and trying to control what other people are doing, our family, our husband, our kids, our friends, right? Busy, maybe it's the opposite, busy people pleasing, trying to get everybody to like you, trying to people please to get everybody to be happy with you. Another one, quick fixes, new plan, new reset, new rules, always a new. You start something, things get very quiet, get routine, and then that's when you start hearing all of that voice. So you push it down, you tap out, you start, this plan isn't working, I'm going to hop to something else. I need something new. I need something new. I need something fresh. And so you get addicted to the new, you get addicted to the fresh. What about this one? Overdoing, more control, more restriction. You just overdo, more. It's never enough. What about isolation? You shut everybody out. right? You isolate yourself from situations, circumstances, shut down, pretend it's not there, pretend not to deal with it. Because here's the thing, if you don't look at it, then maybe it doesn't exist, right? Wrong. It still exists. And here's the thing, you may think you're shutting it out, you may think you're avoiding it, and yeah, you are avoiding it, but here's the thing, it leaks out somewhere else. It's leaking. You can't shove it down forever, you can't ignore it forever. It's going to come out, and it's usually going to hinder other areas of your life. And with most of us, it's our relationship to ourselves, our relationship to our body, right? That's why we end up getting sick. That's why we get run down. That's why we have low self-confidence. That's why we have anxiety. That's why we have depression. Don't you realize those are parts of you saying something is not right? You are ignoring me. And so we go to a doctor, we take a pill, we take a medication, we go to therapy. Yes, those things are good and sometimes we need them. But most times we haven't been taught how to go within. We haven't been taught how to ask ourselves, why am I feeling this way? What is triggering this? Why am I feeling anxious? Why am I feeling depressed? And most times it can be fixed on such an organic level of just fixing our relationship with ourselves, allowing ourselves to feel the discomfort and go in and voice and not shut down and not shut out and not tap out. Which brings me to, what is tapping in? What does that look like? It's so simple, ladies. And you know, if you've been following me for a long time, you know I'm a huge morning routine. It does not mean you need to get up as early as I do, but it means that you need to take control of what you do as soon as you get up. Maybe that's getting up 5 minutes earlier for you and tap in. That could be breath work. Breath work is such a powerful thing because it connects us to the one thing that is life force within us, our ability to breathe. You take that away, you're dead. And so connecting to our breath, it has so many things on a chemical level that it does within your body, relaxes your nervous system, right? It allows you to be present in yourself. What about stillness? Stillness is a way that you tap in. Stillness can be uncomfortable because it allows our thoughts to be heard. It allows that inner dialogue to be heard, whether negative, positive, uncomfortable. It allows feelings to surface, and those feelings are important because in order to heal, we must feel, right? Slowing down. All of these can be kind of intertwined. Slowing down. A lot of us are going 1,000 miles in the wrong direction. It doesn't matter how fast you go. If it's in the wrong direction, it's in the wrong direction. So we need to learn to slow down and ask for questions. Questions will give us direction, right? Whether that's healing, whether that's moving, whatever it is, slow down. What about naming the emotion? How you're feeling: anxious, depressed, sad, happy, excited. Why? Where is that coming from? Learning to stay 5 minutes longer than you normally would in that emotion. And just sitting with the discomfort, allowing yourself to sit with it, not tap out, not numb it away, not avoid it, but just sit with it. Sit with yourself. Learn to build this relationship just like you would with someone that's going through a moment, a time, your child. Maybe they're feeling things. You sit with them. You give them space and the space and a place to breathe and say what they're feeling. Do that for yourself. Remember, this time, it's quiet. It's not dramatic. It's not loud. It's just a moment to tap in. It's saying, I'm not going anywhere. And what I would really encourage you to do is just place your hand on your heart and just whisper to yourself, I'm not going anywhere. I will be here with you. I will hear you out. And when you stop ignoring yourself and you start being still and you start tapping in, that is where transformation happens, because that is self-love in motion. Self-love starts with self-relationship, starts with self-awareness, starts with tapping in and being with yourself. It's being with yourself long enough to hear, to listen. It's choosing to be present over panicking. It's choosing presence over panic. And every day you tap in with yourself, this moment, this time gets stronger and stronger and stronger. and you start building more confidence, and you start tapping into that inner wisdom, and you start having these new ideas, these new perception shifts that they were there all along, but it's because you never took time to get to know who you are that you didn't notice them. Something I've come to realize, and this all comes from personal experience, that's what I can tell you. I'm just speaking from my own transformation journey. And here's the thing, here's the truth that I've realized in the last year since I've really got into meditating and really got into breath work is that we don't avoid stillness because it's boring, right? How many of you said meditation's boring? I can't sit there. Breath work's boring. I don't have time for this. That's actually not true. That's just a lie that we've told ourselves. Here's what the truth is. You avoid stillness because it's uncomfortable, right? It's the discomfort that we push away. It removes the distraction of the things that we do to avoid how we're truly feeling. And when distraction is removed, you are left with your thoughts, your inner dialogue, how you're feeling in your body, how you're not feeling in your body, how you're feeling about your life, how you're not feeling about your life. And here's the thing that most of us were never taught. Maybe you were, maybe you weren't. Maybe nobody ever taught you this. Nobody ever taught me this. How to be with ourselves safely. Here's what we are taught. We are taught how to react, how to have triggers. And we're not taught how to tap in, we're taught how to tap out. And here's the thing with triggers, is they ripple. Triggers ripple. And when we're not taught how to tap in and be with ourselves safely, those triggers can spiral us. Your body doesn't change, your confidence drops. Money feels tight, and that belief becomes, there's never enough. There's not enough for me. You find yourself comparing, and you think, there isn't room for you to be successful, to be happy, to be fit, to have the things you want. Because for some reason you think when you compare yourself to others, if they have it, that means there's not enough room for you to have it. What about this? You start feeling good in your body, and then you start sabotaging, because somewhere inside you believe, I'm not allowed to feel this good. It's bad to feel this good. It's a sin to feel this good. I have to put others first and not care about myself. Here's the thing, beneath all of that is a belief. All of those are coming from beliefs that somewhere you learned. And here's the thing about a belief. Before you can change the belief, you have to stay long enough to hear it. That's why we have to tap in, or those beliefs are undercurrents. And even though we want something and we say we want something, those beliefs will always be the thing that pulls us back. That's why you feel like you go after something and you're like, why do I sabotage? Or you start something and you just can never quite get there and you can't quite explain it. It's because underneath there's a belief system running the show that you're not allowed to be, there's not enough for you, there's always lack, you're not allowed to feel good. There's this belief running the show, and unless we learn to tap in, we can't hear it. And here's this thing that someone, such an amazing person that really helped me on my self-love healing journey, her name's Louise Hay, and she said this, and this thought literally transformed me. That's why I said it's hearing something, learning to tap in can transform your life. She says this, that a belief is just a thought, and a thought can be changed. So simple, but yet so profound. For some reason I thought beliefs were just facts. It was just the way it is. That's what you learn when you grow up, and that's what I learned growing up, is that you believe what you believe what you were told to believe, and that's that. You're not allowed to question anything. And when I started questioning everything everything started to change. My perception, my belief about who I was, about what I could accomplish. I started to feel closer to God or to my higher power, whatever you believe. I started to feel closer to something I couldn't explain. I started to feel closer to myself. And here's the thing that I learned is that self-trust is built when you stay, when you tap in, when you start asking yourself questions, when you're with yourself long enough to hear yourself, right? Relationship is built on trust. Relationship is built on connection. Relationship is built on communication. Relationship is built on intimacy. We have to build that with ourselves. And the only way to do that is to tap in and be with ourselves long enough to hear what is underneath all of it. And is it what we want? Or is it what we don't want? And if it's what we don't want, then we can change it. Because as Louise Hay says, a belief is just a thought. And a thought can be changed. And just because your mama said it, your grandmama said it, your church said it, your institution said it, whatever it is, doesn't mean it's true for you. If you don't want it to be true for you, it doesn't have to be, right? And that is kind of, I'm getting a little off topic right now. This comes from that is where the soul rebel is born. That is when you start going after what it is that you are truly created for. So here's the thing. When you stay instead of escaping, here's what happens. When you learn to tap in instead of tapping out, your body starts to calm. The panic doesn't run the show. You realize that the things that you're allowing yourself to feel, they won't destroy you. They will actually allow you space and a place to heal. And this is where you start building self-trust with yourself. That self-trust is important because in relationships, if we don't have trust, we don't have anything. So a lot of the time we don't follow through with things because we've never learned how to trust ourselves, our intuition, we've always went to other people from asking them how this outfit looks, or what should we have for dinner, or what should I do about this, or what should my dreams be. We learn to start asking ourselves, what do we want? What do we like? And that's how we build trust. That's how we build relationship with ourselves. And so tapping in instead of tapping out is choosing presence over panic, right? Choosing to sit instead of to freak out and escape and numb out and tap out. Tapping in instead of tapping out is choosing presence over panic, not perfection, not control, not intensity, just presence, just being with yourself. Self-love is choosing to not abandon yourself when discomfort shows up. So, my question for you is, where do you usually tap out? What do you do to avoid discomfort? What emotion right now feels hardest for you to sit with? I encourage you for the next 24 hours, when discomfort shows up, pause, take one breath, and stay. Place your hand on your heart and say, I'm not going anywhere. I will be here with you. I love you. That's it. That's your homework. I really encourage you to do that homework. The more you start tapping in, I promise you're going to start having radical transformational shifts. I'll finish by saying this, is that, again, Louise Hay said it, is that a miracle is just a shift in perception, right? It's just when something shifts our perception so much that things start to change in our lives. And so I just want to leave you with that, and I want you to really think about that. I would love to know your thoughts on this series and this episode. What one is truly hitting your heart? Make sure you tag me on social media. Let me know. You can send me a DM. If you're a part of the Fit Club, message me in the Fit Club. I love to know. I truly want to know, what is resonating with you most. And again, if this is really resonating with you, share it with someone who needs it. Whoever came to your mind as you're listening to this, that is the universe. That's God saying that person needs this. So I just really encourage you to share this episode with them. And I want to finish off by saying this. If you're ready to stop tapping out and build a relationship with yourself, I created the Fit Club. It is not a fitness and nutrition app. It is a self-relationship app. It is a space and a place for you to build a relationship with your mind, your body, and your life. That's why it is Fit Mind, Fit Body, Fit Life. I would love you to come and join us inside the Fit Club. You get a 7-day free trial. And again, I want to say thank you so much for being here. My last ask of you is, if you love this podcast, would you go and rate and review me? It's just on the homepage, whether it's Spotify or iTunes. Just scroll to the bottom, hit the stars if you want to leave a little review of what you thought so other women can see it. Remember, your reviews and your shares and your comments and ratings really help this podcast get found by other women just like you that need this encouragement, that need this wisdom. And to, when you share on social media, it allows other people to see it as well. So I thank you so much for being here. I cannot wait to go over next week. We have such an amazing one. We're still on this series. We're really talking about belief systems next week. So I will see you next week. Bye for now.